So I want to extend this blanket and extend the width and also extend the height of it. So I'm going to pick a corner and start from it. The stitch pattern that I used for this blanket originally was a broken herringbone, but I'm going to be extending using a basic knit, and then I will fill in the border. This is just a stitch marker that I've already gone ahead to pick the side. So typically this is the end of my blanket that I want to extend. So for me to extend and make sure that they have the same line, this is the last side braid, right? And this is the first braid for the top stitch. So I have to continue my side. So you will go, let me put it up again, like so. So I go dig in and look for the top of this braid here. That will be the continuation of my side braid. And then I just want to add a clip here for you to see. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So that was the number that I cast on to make this pattern in the first place. So this would be 13, 23 right here in this place. All right. So to start extending, what I will do is this. Let me zoom in so you can see better. Just how you will make a loop like this, right? Pick that side that I want to work on, pass my loop in like so, and make first loop. That's number 1. Now, instead of me picking the two of them here, because I'm extending my blanket, I'll pick the front part of this braid. I'll pass the second loop, that's loop 2, right? I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Loop 3, it's not comfortable working up here. I just want you to see what I'm doing first, and then I'll continue on the table. Try to adjust my camera. Okay. Then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I will continue till I get to this end. So pick the front panel only when you're extending, so that the back will look, I'll show you what the back is going to look once I pick the front panel. It will just have similar look like those ones at the back. No, pick the wrong one right here. There you go. So it's going to continue right on the side like so. This side I will come this way, make one more to the side to turn. So this corner is like 2, right? And then I'll continue on this side, 2 and 3. I'll speed up this process and go round the blanket for you to see. So when I get to this corner, this is what I'm going to do. This is the last one for this side. So I will pick this and I will make an increase here. After picking this, then I'll come to the middle here and pick another one. So it will be 2 right here. That way my corners are looking straight and squared instead of looking curved. So this will be my second. Do you see that? And this will be the first one for this row. And then I'll come back this way and pick this one. This is the second one. Do you see that? So I have one right here for the side, two, and then I'll continue around here. So I'm right where I began my loop. Remember this hook? That was where I began my loop. And there's one at this back, and then I will end right here. So just like the other sides as well, the other corner, you have kind of like two right here. Do you see how it's looking? And if I bring the other one from here, same thing here, and that's what you have in all the four sides. So I'm going to go ahead now and just continue. So this will be my first loop on my second row, like so, and I will go on like so. So this is my third row that I'm extending, and I want to quickly show you something. When you get to every other row, like row 1, row 3, you make an increase so that there will not be this forced turning like this. So you make an increase. And where do I make the increase from? Let me take this back. So this is the last loop for the second row, and this is the first loop for the second that is going to form the third row. So I will pick this middle point right here, and I will pass a new loop here. So that corner has been increased to 2 right now. So the transition remains like a square or a rectangle around the side. So usually double your corners for every other row when you are extending. That's just what I wanted to show you around this corner. So I will do this here, and I will do this in the other corner and in the other corner. And if I want to do the fourth row, there will be no increase. So row 1, row 3, row 5, and so on will have an increase. So at this stage, this is row 4, and I decided that I was going to add a pop of accent color. So I wanted to use the gray color. So when you get to the end of the row that you want to change color, this is exactly what you do. Just the last loop, cut as close as you can to the end of it. Then I will pull out that loop and fix my new colored yarn that I want to use. So this is where I'm going to start, right from the very corner that I started my project for. And I left the pin at the back so that I know where I started from, and then that's where I'm going to add a new color if I wanted to do. Now this is not compulsory. I'm just showing you exactly what I did to achieve the look that I have on this particular blanket. So I pulled out my yarn, and then I went and fused it as I would fuse my yarn together. Once my new yarn has been fused with my old yarn, I just continued with what I was doing before and increasing the size of my blanket as shown in this video, passing each loop through each loop. And remember, like I said, I increased every other row. So since I started my increase on row 1, then row 3, row 5, row 7 had an increase around the corner as well. So I'm just showing you that when I'm coming back to that point, I'm going to make my increase around that gray area. So I'm just going to walk around this blanket, and when I get to the end, I will show you what I need to show you if there's anything more that I need to show you. For this particular blanket, I only wanted the gray to appear like a little accent, so I only did 2 rows of this gray color, and then I went right back to the white color. I did the same thing in attaching my cream color to my gray, just like how I added the gray to my cream. And once I was satisfied with the length and the width of my blanket, I started to add border right away. I do have a video, a slow paste tutorial on how I added this border without casting off first, and it really helped in this particular blanket for you to use it, because all the area of my blanket at this point had the loops and there was no cast on chain or any cast off chain. So if you want a video of that, the link to that video, do comment in the section and I will send you the link for that particular video. So this is how the blanket turned out. I really like the fact that this border that I added around it gave it a pop of color, and I hope that this helped you to understand how you can increase your blanket confidently. Do share this video if you find it helpful, and also save for later use.